So with everyone here, just to recap, so you find yourselves in the darkened woods, foresty, next to the fine town of Gormanstor, and you are seeking to find the tree that, I'll find his name again, the Luthier made the bargain with, which has cursed the people of Gormanstor and some of yourselves who have aged prematurely. Pollard, that's his name. Pollard Bales, who was at Gilman's boarding house. You then went into the darkened swamp that is right next to Gormanstor, and now find yourselves sort of lost in the swampy terrain of the location. Let's just activate that. So just so we're all on the same page, just to bring it across, that's Gormanstor right there. That's the Mt Lyell mine, which might feature at some point. And this is the marsh that you are currently moving through, right next to Gormanstor.
Yeah.
And you are seeking an ancient or old tree that the Lutheir made the deal with. Now we played Cypher for exactly 2 and a bit hours, but two new things for you guys to think about. One is I'm going to be using intrusions this session. So what that is it's like darkness points in Coriolis, really, in the sense that I can inject things into the events. What will happen when I do that is I select one of you, that person gets an XP, and they will also be asked who they would like to hand an additional XP to. So the way it works is I generate the intrusion. This is not when you roll a 1 on the D20. This is I choose to inject a particular thing in the experience. You can reject or accept the intrusion. You can't. It costs you an XP to reject it, I think. So it's a bit of a double whammy. None of you have XP, so that's not really an option at the beginning. So you'll have to accept the intrusion. But when you accept the intrusion, you can give an XP to one other player so that they can have an XP. The second thing is all of your characters are carrying what are called ciphers. If you go to equipment on your sheet, you'll have ciphers written down. One of you has 3. Most of the rest of you have 2. These are sort of like one-use items that you drag around. I am pointing you at them because the way the game works is you're meant to get ciphers quite easily. So don't be afraid to use your ciphers, is the point.
Okay.
You can... So it's actually worth having a bit of a read of what your ciphers are, because what we'll do is when you go to use it, the level is determined per the dice roll. And some ciphers, level doesn't mean anything. It's just interesting knowledge. For others, it can have a direct impact on what they can do or what their level of effect is. But irrespective, you all have ciphers that you can use. So just to make those 2 points. So once again, I'll be doing intrusions and I'll be doing ciphers this time. Just to remind ourselves, D20 system rolls versus the difficulty number, which is generated off the back of the target of the difficulty of the event or the monster. I set that difficulty number. You guys can do the sort of left click thing to get up the more complicated dice rolling mechanism, so you can adjust it with all of those investments that you can do. So that's both equipment, or you can try and ease the level of complexity. That costs you points from your pool. And on that note, we'll roll forward. Any questions before we kick off? Awesome.
No.
All right, cool.
I'm just reading through my ciphers and going, whoa.
Yes, do pay attention to your ciphers. They actually are pretty useful and reasonably powerful, actually. And to note, they are exhausted when used.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the Darkened Forest, if we may. So on that note, just go back to the Darkened Forest. All right, so we're in the swamp. You've just put down the 2 boars that tried to kill you, one of which arrived as an additional, as a result of a GM intrusion that one of you rolled.
That was me.
It was. I wasn't going to name any names, but since you brought it up. And yeah, you're in the swamp and you're trying to find your way to the sentient tree in the middle. Okay, so you're moving through the swamp and the forest. It's dark and it's wet and it's slimy. Now, just on the point of intrusions, who has the gift? Who actually has the gift? Is it just Clementine? So Clementine's got understand and use magic. Who else has?
Yeah.
Does anyone else have use?
Understand.
But you don't have use.
No.
No.
And I don't have either.
And you don't have either, and no one else has either. Although Floyd has something else going on. Okay, so Floyd.
Yes.
I am proposing an intrusion for you. What you do is you can see on the chat window, you can click the little accept button. Hold on, I need to delete that one. That one was wrong. Yep, there.
All right, yep.
So if you hit accept, it'll pop up and ask you who would you like to give the other XP to.
I suppose Caroline. Sure.
All right, so now everything going according to plan. If you have a look at your character sheet, you have 1 XP now.
I do, and there's a little thing in the top right, XP1.
Yep, and so does Caroline.
So do I.
Nice. Okay, so normally I would have explained what the intrusion was, but just for mechanics, it was useful. And like I said, you couldn't reject it anyway.
Oh, cool.
Okay, Floyd. You're moving through the swamp with the rest of the group, making your way through the green. So you can feel all of this wild energy around you. Like there's living things everywhere. You're in the middle of this riotous amount of life, and there's this underlying sort of sense of something else underpinning it, something with rage at its heart, something that calls to you, that calls to that part of you that you can sometimes call upon yourself to take the form of other things, to hear the echo of the hunt in your mind. You have this desperate desire to change form into something you've never tried to be before. You can feel this sense of moving parts, of chitinous energy, of many limbs moving at speed, of little antennae feeling its way around. You can feel your mouth dripping with toxic ooze as you want to take the form of this this monster, if you will. Can I get you to make a intellect defense roll? And hold on, I'm just going to set the difficulty, so just allow me to do that first. Hold on, no, that was wrong. No, sorry, delete that. All right, I'm trying to find the right bloody. Is it this one? Is it this one? No, it's this one. Ah, perfect. All right, so it's currently trapped, so it's a difficulty 5 roll. Now,
Difficulty
Floyd,
5.
now you have intellect defense as a skill.
I am trained in it, yes.
Yes, so that will instantly provide you with 1 levels down. So if you click on intellect defense, it should be treating it as 4 because you're already trained in it. I've gotten you into
I
it,
just rolled the dice.
which you may not have wanted to do.
No, where's the
You've got a
skills? Is it in skills, intellect, defense?
yes.
No, that also rolls the dice. All right.
Yeah, but if you alt click,
It's alt click, right? Sorry. Yeah, I was clicking the wrong thing.
you
So
get
if
up
I
on the
lower it,
pop-ups.
yes. So difficulty is 4.
Yes. You can also spend 1.1 level of effort.
Yeah, I'll spend 1 level of effort.
Okay, so that will come off your intellect pool.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Now make a roll for me.
Now I make the proper. Yeah, there you go.
Now, am I the only one who's not seeing these rolls?
Apparently so. I saw it.
I
It was
saw
an
it.
18.
Yeah.
Pierce, so?
Yeah.
It was a
It
19.
was a 2, and then it went to 18.
18.
18.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right. I'm going to just refresh my screen because my screen is frozen for some reason. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you feel it, right? Like you feel it come across. Oh, yeah, there it is. Success, all that. Yeah, so you felt all of this, and there was something else calling to you, right? So that underlying thing wanted you to take this form, and it wasn't the green, it was something else, something old, something wrong, something that wanted to call to your mind in a way that you hadn't previously experienced. Okay, so yes, you resisted my intrusion. Okay, so navigation. Anyone good at finding their way through swamps or the wilderness, particularly?
That might be me.
It might be you. You're the hunter.
I'll use my skill. I'll use my skill. Find the way.
Okay. Now you feel like the swamp is actually actively resisting you finding it. So I'm actually going to leave the difficulty at 5.
Okay.
The swamp is actively resisting you finding your way through.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see. Can only get lost in the swamp.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ouch. Okay.
Excellent.
Excellent.
We're having an adventure.
Okay, so you're all moving through the forest. Hold on. What's his name? Clarence.
Okay.
So Clarence, you're in front saying, no, I know the way. What could possibly go wrong? You didn't actually get a 1, so win. You come to an open area, so there's still water in front of you, and it's almost like a little clearing that you've encountered. There's nothing here, nothing dangerous that you can see. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I'm leading the movement anyway, so I'm just going to keep on moving. So this is a clearing that doesn't really have water in it?
No, it does. It's just still. It's like you've come into a clearing. There's no marshy bits in the middle of this. There's no little floating islands of marsh or plants or anything. It's just open space.
Well, I guess we're skirting around it.
Okay, so you're going to go around the outside edges of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has anybody's got any other ideas they want to do?
No.
All right.
Seems far too quiet in there.
got my trusty walking pick with me.
So you're like feeling ahead in the swamp as you move.
Yeah.
Okay, can I get everyone to make a might? And I'll just not that one. That one. Yeah. Hold on. I'll just reset the difficulty. So this is going to be difficulty 4 as you move through the space.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Come on. Oh my god.
Unbelievable. Okay.
I'm just so out of whack right now.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm doing. And Clarence, and Caroline,
Yeah.
you know, is also completely... Oh, no, Caroline mastered it. Who didn't?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's Clarence and Dick. Clarence and Dick not doing so well. Did Floyd roll?
Did
No.
my
See
roll?
it.
Oh, my roll didn't. I thought I rolled. It didn't go through apparently.
Dismally, that way you're with all the other males in the party.
Oh, where
I
is
can
it?
just see myself just falling forward into whatever I've just prodded.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Floyd. Okay, so... perfect. Dick and Clarence. You guys are in front. Obviously. I mean, you're forging the path, right? The two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Why
know
not?
we're professionals here.
Yeah.
I can only just get my bearings.
You guys are in charge of this.
Ain't no gators here. Nope.
Ain't no gators. No, there are no gators in Tasmania. None whatsoever. That is correct.
So the
Well,
sharks
pretty
ate all the gators.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
both of you, I am going to. So you start to move through the water, and you both basically fall into a deep trench of water, which is, you know, not great because people don't necessarily just have swim skill in this game. It's pre everyone learning to swim by going to the local, you know, kids swimming school thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
been
why I was circumventing the water.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you seem to have found the sort of the creek, if you will, or the flow, the deep flow that feeds into the river. And I'm just trying to find the rules for drowning, because there are rules for drowning, or at least for regular action, regular standard. Why is that not coming up? I need to find the combat rules. That's why. Come on, give me the combat rules. Give me the combat rules. All right. But you might look up drowning in the index. There'll be drowning. Is it drowning?
Like how it skips straight past the whole athletics thing and just puts it into the set of, well, the end result's going to be drowning if you don't do these things.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't want to lie, but you know, that's kind of how it works. Exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Damage from hazards. There we go. 140. That's what I'm looking for. Damage from hazards.
Awesome.
140. Okay. All right. So basically, it's on me. Perfect. All right. You both take 2 points of physical damage. So from your physical pool, please apply 2 points of damage.
I've got to find my physical pool again.
Might. Sorry, might pool. My apologies. Might.
Okay.
And you can just
How much
reduce
was it
it
again?
by 2. 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
I found the inlet.
You did. All right, so you both are like sort of, and you've just slipped under the water. You've been dragged down by something. Exactly. What are the rest of you doing? All right, so quick actions. Can I get, for the sake of simplicity, can I get initiative rolls, please, just to determine who's going where?
Okay, how do we do that
It's
again?
a speed roll. It's just a speed roll. You can choose to
Speed.
spend speed to increase. I will just remind you all,
right.
don't forget, guys, you can use your pools. You can use your pools. You're all
I
rolling.
did use
very
one
much.
just before.
I'm just making the point. You can use your pools.
Wow, I got 19.
Yes,
I got
which,
nat 20.
Yeah, which was beaten by Floyd. He got a 20.
Wow.
And Clarence got an 18. And wow, Richard.
And I got an 8.
Dick is not having a good run. Dick is really not having a good run. All right, so Floyd, what do you want to do?
Yeah. Okay. So who was it that's being swept to the water? It's
It's Clarence and Floyd.
Dick and Clarence.
Yeah,
Clarence
Dick. Sorry,
and Dick.
Dick and Clarence.
All right.
Dick and
Dick and
Clarence.
Clarence.
Dick and Clarence. Go
Dick
for it.
and Clarence. Yeah, I am. I am assuming that Floyd is probably not much of a better swimmer than either of them either. But
Well, except of course that you don't have to be human.
I was going to say, except for the fact that I could perhaps turn into something like, I don't know, a really big carp. Something like that. Maybe even a crocodile.
You could.
We were
Yeah.
just joking about how crocodiles aren't in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
you
gators in
you
here.
can become an animal as big as your own body shape, as big as your own body size.
Yes. Crocodile's on the list of animals that it's given me at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I'll turn into a crocodile.
Okay. And you're it's an action.
Yes,
It costs
and,
you 3 intellect
3
points.
intellect. 3 intellect. Yep.
So that is your action. So you become what? A crocodile.
A crocodile.
Okay, interesting choice. Might not build a lot of confidence in the people you're trying to rescue.
It's got to be something that can carry people out, you know.
No. Yeah, deal.
They've got great grip strength.
They.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair. All right. So you see. Well, so how does that work? What does it look like? What do you do?
Floyd, as he kind of starts running towards the water, kind of like gets down on all fours as his body kind of flattens out and becomes like the skin becomes that kind of hard, scaly texture as it slowly turns into a crocodile. Yeah.
All right. So he like slips into the water and flattens out and sort of just disappears under the water as a crocodile. And I think your normal clothing goes with you, like it changes with you.
Yes, I believe that's right.
Yeah. So all right. So yeah. Well, Floyd's like throwing magic now, like real magic, not just pretendy magic. Okay. So that's Floyd.
Crocodile has a T-shirt on.
That's. Hey everybody. So I think then it will be.
Oh no!
It'll be Clementine.
Does anyone know?
Clementine, what does it mean when it says like get a minor effect?
Usually it means a minor beneficial effect, but this was just initiative, so I'm not giving you one.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so on the one hand, she's screaming out, and on the other hand, she's boggling to see Floyd turning into a crocodile. But because Clementine knows magic, she's like, okay then, and goes on with what she's going to do, which is grabbing, like, she's casting around, looking for a branch that's on the ground that she can, like, poke into the water towards her husband.
All right, so can you give me I guess it's a sort of, I don't know if you have a specific skill you can draw upon. If not, then it's a matter of just rolling it's an intellect check, and you can, of course, tweak your intellect with things to sort of, notice a branch. It's only going to be difficulty
Mistake. Oh, that was the wrong one.
It doesn't matter.
Sorry,
It was only difficulty 3, so it's fine. Because I was going to say it's only difficulty 3 to find a branch. It's not like it's a hard thing. All right, so you've grabbed out a branch and you're ready to and you're sort of poking it in the water. Good enough. Then it was, who was next? I guess it was Clarence.
Oh.
Yep.
Clarence, what are you doing? You're drowning for a start.
No, I'm probably just trying to get my footing now.
I meant this to happen, said Clarence.
Well, actually, one question is, so if I've got the skill of speed defense and I hit the D20 down there, is it the same as me hitting the speed defense up in the main part of the stats?
Well, yes, but you'll be trained, so you get an automatic easing of the difficulty number.
Yeah, so I'm asking, are the buttons the same? So does it apply my speed defense for the speed? I'm just...
Sorry, I don't know what that question means.
Oh,
if you roll speed, because it's a speed roll, not speed defense, if you roll speed, you will get a speed roll. If you want to get the advantage of your training in speed defense, you have to use the skill.
Okay, so I have to click it in the skill area.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I didn't do that, but that's okay.
Well, but you weren't rolling a defense roll. You were rolling an initiative roll. It's a completely different thing.
No, but when I fell into the water...
Oh, okay, yes, you are correct. You could have used your speed.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... all right. I am basically going to... I've got to try and get up to the surface, I suppose.
You do.
So,
that
with
is
the idea
that is a might
of anchoring the pickaxe into the shore with my hand holding onto it. Ideally, do I know where Floyd is? Sorry, Dick.
Dick. Do you know where Dick is?
Probably not.
Well, I tell you what.
Unless he's thrashing around near me.
Well, so, all right. So you've got this thing called Find the Way, which lets you find your way through things. The way it works, by the way, is not the same as trained. So it lets you get an additional level of effect from an investment of effort. So effectively, if you invest one level of effort, you get a bonus level of effort on top of that. So you're equivalent of 2.
All right.
So it's slightly different to being trained, where you would actually be getting an automatic easing. This one, you actually have to spend effort, and then you get a bonus.
Okay.
Well, the reason I'm mentioning that is if you want to try and find Floyd, if you want to pick the correct path, if you will, to finding Floyd, Dick, then you could do that. You could make an intellect roll. You need to make an intellect roll to find him.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try and find him and grab him.
Yep.
And make sure that we're both basic together. And then we'll take it from there, really.
Okay, so it's an intellect roll. The difficulty is 4, which is what it currently is. You can, if you spend a level of effort, you'll get 1 free level of easing.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to do that.
But you have to put that in, by the way. There's no automatic way of applying that.
I know. It says effort to ease task, 1 level.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then... Yep.
And then I'll just roll.
Yeah. Easy
Yay.
peasy. Yeah, no worries at all. All right, so you find Dick. You found Dick. God,
Okay.
So you've grabbed onto Dick in the water. You're both there. Please take another 2 points of physical damage, please.
Right. Yep.
Yep, might.
Okay. So yes, I grab onto Floyd.
Yep. All right, you're both together.
Yep.
That's kind of what you've been told.
You grabbed me.
Next effort for us is just to get out.
Yep. All right, so I think it's then Floyd's go. Dick's go. Dick. Or is it Caroline? It doesn't matter. Who do you want to go first? Your choice. Caroline, I guess, probably. Yeah, let's go Caroline. She's above the water. Caroline, what do you want to do?
Okay. So did Clementine find a stick?
Yeah, she's got a
Just
stick and
clarify.
she's
Yes.
jabbing it around.
Okay, cool. Useful. I am going to get down low on the ground next to her and try and help her. Like, I'm gonna basically reach into the water and feel around.
Okay, so you're just
With my
basically
arms.
jamming around in the water trying to find them.
Yeah, I'm laying on the edge on solid ground and then reaching my arms in to try and find them.
It's not solid ground. You're just not deep
It's not solid ground.
You're not in
Okay,
deep water. You're in
yeah.
like 2 foot deep water.
Okay.
Right,
I'm
so
gonna
you're
squat
in the
down and
water.
then
You're
reach
just
out.
not in the giant
Yeah.
trench that's flowing
Yep.
water
All
into
right.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good to know. I'm still reaching in, just trying to feel around for them.
All right, make a well, it's another intellect test as you try and find them, trying to grab them in the water.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Nope.
just want to remind everyone, if you want it, this is a game where, just like in the One Ring, spending those points is not a bad idea. Remember, you can rest to recover them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. So, new
Keep me
round.
down.
We'll keep the same initiative.
No,
Oh, hold
keep
on,
me
no,
down.
Floyd. Sorry, Dick. Dick, what are you doing, Dick? Someone's grabbed you. You're in the muddy water and you feel his arms grab onto you. It's like, what do you want to do, Dick? Come on, Dick.
They're grabbing onto me,
Yeah.
and there's a crocodile.
No, you haven't seen the crocodile yet. That's next round.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you get
All right.
rescued by the crocodile.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll instinctively just head to the direction of whoever's hands are there, and I guess I'm just blindly flailing around, and then that'll be my turn.
Well, they've got you, you've got them. So you guys are connected. Yep. You can try and kind of drag you both out of the water if you want.
You can try and pull us to shore or something like that.
Oh, okay. I'll try and I'll try and just struggle to get to shore. It's like the drowning man syndrome or whatever, like you never save a drowning man because he'll drown you.
Yeah.
And I'll use control the field and I'll swap places with whoever's like holding me.
Yeah.
That's the only. I'm not going to do that. That's the only ability I really have, I think, for this situation.
Well, you are very strong.
swap.
You can just kind of try and swim your way out.
Oh, I can. If I can do that.
Really?
Sorry, I was under the impression that none of us could swim.
No, well, you can't. I mean, you can flail around and try and drag yourself out of the water.
Okay, let's
Right.
do it. So it's a might roll.
Yeah. Now, do you want to spend some of your might pool? No, too late.
Oh, too late.
Wouldn't have helped anyway.
What the hell?
On a 2, it wouldn't have helped. All right, so you take another 2 points. You take another 2 points of damage from drowning.
The water's entering my lungs.
Yep. All right, so so you should be down to 13, and what's the other one? Yeah. And Clarence is feeling it. Ooh, Clarence is feeling it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so new round. First person to move is Crocodile Boy.
Hey!
Now, you're really good in the water, right? You are an excellent swimmer. You can basically smell them.
Yep.
In the water or sense their motions, so you can definitely find them. It's not hard. What do you want to do?
Did one of them grab onto me already? Or am I misremembering?
No, they grabbed onto each other. Neither of them had grabbed onto the giant reptilian animal.
I thought I'd ask.
So we're hanging on to each other, and I've got my pickaxe kind of in the other hand, ready to sort of either defend myself or wedge into the shore to try and help us get out, that sort of thing.
Well, I suppose I'll maybe if I try and bite onto the pickaxe and then drag them towards the shore with that and hope that he's
okay. Be a little
Yeah.
bit of don't bite the people. You might struggle with the tastiness of them. Okay.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking to myself, geez, I hope there's no bunyips in here.
Now, because you are currently being a crocodile, you are considered trained for this action.
Yep.
So you can it's a might roll, obviously, to grab the thing and pull them out. You're already trained. I would suggest you might want to spend some might as well.
All right. So might, but trained.
Yeah.
And I will spend a
might. You
might
might want to
point
spend some effort.
Yeah. I might put a level of effort into that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice one. Ooh!
There you go.
Hey!
There you go.
Hey! All right. So the crocodile's dragging both of them out of the water. You're both pulled out of the water, which is good because you don't take damage for this round, so that's nice. And and you're dragged out, and and you come out the water, and you're looking at a good solid, sort of 2 to 3 meter long crocodile because that's the kind of mass issue, right? So it's a good 2 to 3 meters long. It's got its eyes blinking at you, and it's currently got your pickaxe in its mouth as it's dragged you out of the water.
I let go of the pickaxe and just kind of do that panic scramble away backwards toward the tree or something.
Towards the trench of water behind you.
And spluttering.
You're running backwards away from it. It's just dragged you out of the trench. All right. Yeah, that seems legit. Do you want to make a speed roll? And yes, it can be speed defense. To not end up back in the trench when you do so.
No, I'm backing toward the tree, basically. So
your specific words were, I let go of the thing, and then I scramble backwards away from it.
Yeah, okay, well...
backwards is, it just dragged you out of the water, so the direction of backwards from where it's sitting.
Play towards a tree, so if you want to do this, then that's fine. I'll do
speed defense.
Speed defense.
Woohoo! 18.
All right, perfect. Okay, you scramble away. You do not fall into the trench when you do so. So it's there's a crocodile looking at you. It's got your pickaxe. All right, who's next?
Got your pickaxe.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I'm going to run over to Clarence to check on him. And is this one can use herbalism to try to heal him?
You can use herbalism to try and heal, but yeah, I mean, yes, you can, but maybe not right in the middle of the swamp.
Oh, okay, yep.
That's more of a timey thing, like, somewhere else. But yes, you can. Is there anything you'd like to specifically to do at this point, noting the situation you're in?
I would just yell very loudly because his hearing's really bad now. Don't worry about the crocodile. It's Floyd.
There you go.
Floyd.
It's Floyd.
It's eaten Floyd.
Oh, God. It's
Floyd. Did you know Floyd could turn into a crocodile?
What? No.
Well, neither did I. But I saw it with my own eyes.
What noise do crocodiles make? Kind of like a they kind of like a purring noise almost, don't they?
They make like a churring kind of growl sound,
Yeah,
similar
like
to
it's like
when like yeah.
It's a rumble.
They can also hiss.
They
can
can't
also
hiss. They can't hiss.
Yeah.
I feel like hissing would send the wrong message, but I don't know if growling would send the right message behind us.
I don't know if there's a good message you can send right now.
Crocodiles aren't very known for their sociable behavior, no.
No.
I will make the point that in
Right.
future, if you spend an extra level of if you spend a level of effort, you can become a talking animal.
Oh.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
That's good to know.
Or a hybrid form.
Ooh. I can become a weredile.
You could
Weredile.
have a crocodile head and a human body.
I personally like the idea of the something like with the head of an otter. But yes.
Yeah.
How about just human arms and then the rest is crocodile so he can shoot his rifle and bite people.
And bite people.
The head of a duck and the body of a beaver.
Oh my god, we've solved it. We finally know where platypi come from. Alright. Okay, so you guys pull everyone out and you're injured. Now, I just will remind you can of course rest.
Yes. Resting
I think a
sounds
rest
excellent.
would be good. Yes.
And I think you get a d6 plus 1 to put back into pools when you do that. And if you haven't spent a rest already, and I think one of you gets an extra recovery. Who's that? Is that you, Floyd? I think it's you, actually. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, you've got 2 one-action recoveries because you've got that ability. So please, if you want to, take an action and or rest for 10 minutes and get... you can take a d6 plus 1 and put it back into your pools.
Oh, okay. Hang on, how did that get clicked? I thought I'd already done that.
I think some of you had done one.
Yeah, we did one last session.
Yeah, but for some reason my 10 minutes has already been clicked.
Oh, yeah, it did that weird thing when we rolled it. As soon as you rolled for the one action, for some reason, the one action was unticked, but the 10-minute was ticked.
Yeah. It marks
Oh,
the
yeah.
next one up
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to have to take a 10-minute rest, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you got 4 points
Yeah.
for your roll. So Clarence got 4 points. Clementine got
I
2.
True. But I
So-
might put that station down.
Where do you? Is there a button that's like?
Yeah, so if you click the action in the combat space, so if you go to combat, you can click an action and then you hit the roll button. Or maybe you just click the roll button and it clicks the action.
You just click the roll button.
Right, and it clicks
So
the next
in the
action.
combat tab,
Right.
tick
It's in
the
the
10
combat
minutes
tab.
and then roll it. So I'm taking the
And I
time
can,
to
yes.
actually inspect my gear and make sure it's all still working.
If we're all taking the 10-minute one, I also might just take the 10-minute one, and I can save the action one for...
No, that's not how it works. They go in order.
Oh, right. Have to go in order. All right.
Yes.
Well then, yeah. Use the other action one.
Yeah, they have to go in order.
Gotcha. And it's a d6 plus
Plus
1.
1.
And I'll cover them from any pools that I want, right?
Yeah, you can
That's how
put the
it works.
points in any way, shape, or form you desire.
Wonderful. I'll put 4 into intellect and 1 into might then. Bring those up. There.
No, you got 6, mate. You can.
Oh, I got 6. Right. Oh, yeah, it's plus 1. Right. What am I saying?
Yeah.
I'll max out intellect then. Put it back up to 12.
Okay, so you carefully step around. Well, you carefully avoid the giant channel that you've now discovered, with the classic lines like, "Well, at least we know where the fire pits are and the sinking sands." And rodents of unusual size. I don't think they exist. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a sort of silence falling now in the thing, and you can feel a darkness sort of coming across. Can I get, and I'm going to apply this intrusion too, because it's fun. I'm playing with this a bit. Actually, Clarence has had a rough couple of minutes. I'll give it to Clarence. Clarence!
Yep.
I am offering you an intrusion, which you will have to accept, unfortunately. Basically, this intrusion works. What happens is if you don't find a place to rest in 10 minutes, you'll start to have hallucinations.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yes,
So,
I take that.
You'll note that you only get accept on this one. Interestingly, when you've got an XP, you get accept or reject. Because I did note that when I accidentally double-clicked you, and then you suddenly had a reject option, which you hadn't had previously. So it's quite nifty. It's really well done. The little module that's sitting behind this is actually put together really well. All right, so it's an intellect. No, you just need to go and find somewhere to sleep.
Find the way. Yep.
So
And in fact, abilities. Okay. All right. Yeah. Find the way. Just do that.
Okay. Do you want to invest any effort in it?
I do.
Awesome.
And I will now apply that. Ooh.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Well, I do have a fallback. I can expend the 1 XP that I've just got to do Lucky Landmark.
Oh, okay. What does that do?
Lucky Landmark. Just when it seems like the path is lost or you are, a trail marker, a landmark, or simply the way of the terrain or corridor bends, rises, and falls away, suggesting you the best path forward, at least from this point.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You gave it to me.
No. Yeah, no. That's cool. I didn't realise you had that, though. That's cool. So do you want to spend your XP to do that, or do you just want to take the hallucinations?
No, I'm not really big on the hallucinations. I would rather take it.
Okay,
and I'd
awesome.
rather find the thing and spend my XP.
Okay, wow.
Thanks for the intrusion.
Nice one. Okay, so, all right. So, you're kind of lost moving through the swamp when you realise you now know roughly where you are, and you, in effect, find the perfect space.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't take you long to work out that you can, because you're spending the XP, I'm going to give you a reasonably significant benefit. So you take about that 10 minutes, and then you cut your way through this swamp, and you suddenly find yourself sort of on a small hillock that's actually lifted above the water, so it's actually in the dry. And you can see just, sort of, you're going to have to sleep here tonight, but tomorrow you can actually see the giant, you know where the giant tree is. You know where this giant tree is that you're looking for. You can see it from your little hillock. It's probably only going to take you another hour or so to navigate your way to it, because you've been able to get above the waterline and above all the sort of forested bits, and you can now navigate directly to it.
Excellent.
All right. So the point to be made is you can all take at least one additional rest if you want, if you feel you need to, because you're actually going to be resting overnight. So you'll get to, matter of fact, you can use all your rests because you're going to get to refresh them because you're actually going to be sleeping tonight.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I might not bother rolling then.
So any additional rests that you have, you can now use. Oh, someone did well.
Which is good.
Wow.
I did 2.
Yeah.
And that was my
5. So I got 10.
canals. Oh, no. Why did it do that again? Oh, it's doing all these double clicks. I don't understand why.
I do not know. What I do know is that you can use your 1 hour recovery and your
10 hour.
And your 10 hour recovery, so it doesn't actually matter. You get 2 rolls either way.
Nice.
So
cool.
You get 13 points, which you can then put back into your pools.
Man, I just topped up again completely.
Oh.
Nice.
Whoop,
Yeah.
don't-
I
don't
didn't even
go
bother
to
rolling
10.
because the minimum I could get was 2, and that's all I needed.
Nice.
I didn't bother rolling because I'm maxed out.
Caroline has just been
Big
quietly
adventures
sitting in the
today, so I definitely needed to restock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down 1 on intellect. Nice.
Okay, so you sleep through the night. Just to spread it around a bit for fun and giggles. I think it will be Clementine this time. Clementine,
Yeah.
I'm going to propose an intrusion. Basically, something is trying to talk to you and convince you to do
Ooh.
something.
And
You
it's
can-
not me.
You can feel it buzzing in your head.
Yeah.
Now, you can accept the intrusion and talk to whatever it is with the potential risks that might come from that, or you can completely ignore it.
Oh, I'm assuming.
But it'll cost you an XP to do so.
Who am I giving one to? I'm gonna give one to Clarence. What's one?
Thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
All right, so Clementine, you're asleep and you're resting, and then there is a wet, hot voice in your mind. It's like listening to 1,000 little chittering sounds that somehow form into a voice. It's not dissimilar to the sound of the swarm, which of course you know, the voice of the swarm. But this is different. This is like one voice replicated out rather than 1,000 voices speaking together. It's like an echo chamber of voice, and it is hot and wet and old and cruel. And you can feel its desire for freedom and emptiness and feeding and destruction in everything that it says. Hello, little person, little thing.
Hello. Why are you waking me up in the night?
I haven't woken you up. I have left you asleep.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to give you a chance. I just wanted you to know that when you talk to the little thing in the tree, my little cousin, you might want to grant its wish. There could be a reward. What would you like, little sister? Little caller of things.
Oh, well now. I would like to know more of the magic of this land.
I have been here for a very long time. Longer than your kind, longer than the kind that you replaced. Longer than the kind that came before them. Longer than things with fur. Longer than things with scale. Longer than things that crawled out of the sea. I know ancient magics that would give you such pleasure.
Well, I would like to know something of this ancient magic that you speak of.
Well,
You are very old, very dangerous. very old.
Yes. Yes, I am very old, and in return, all you would need to do is give my little friend its deepest wish. You could just give
Well,
it quickly, fast. All things will find their way with a little bit of help from you, I'm sure.
well, I'll see what I can do, but I don't know what its deepest wish is.
Oh, it will
It's
tell
a
you.
is.
It wants what all things want. Freedom. Freedom from duty. Freedom from responsibility. Freedom from life, perhaps. It wants to return to a place that does not exist, but just give it what it wants, and you will be rewarded.
Oh, well, okay. I'll do my best.
Yes, that's all one should ask of such small things. Little caller. Alright, so you feel this presence in the back of your mind sitting there now.
Okay.
It's a little skittering feeling in the back of your head, like something's crawling around the back of your scalp. Little claws attaching themselves to your neck, moving around.
Oh.
Okay, cool. You can have that XP. All right. The next morning, you all wake up. You can see the large tree is just an hour or so away, and I assume you just make your way there quite quickly.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to do anything in particular?
Why not?
Oh, I've
I
got
just
a
want to get this
plan.
over with, I think.
When we get to the tree, I'm thinking that I'm probably going to want to use one of my ciphers.
Okay. Fair enough.
So how long does it actually take to use a cipher? It's probably the.
It's usually an action. I mean, the description of the cipher will tell you what you have to do to use it. Some of them have the hint that they take a little bit of time to use, but they're usually ones with a long effect. Like they'll be like the one where you have to put it in your shoe and do a bunch of other things. That feels like more than just a single action, but then it gives you an hour of protection, right? So it's,
Yeah.
But as a general statement, they take an action.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so you guys cross the water, slogging your way towards the tree. And yeah, you come across this giant ancient tree. Get out of the darkened forest for a little while. We've done enough of that. There's this... Oh, I need to... Who's not here? I got 1, 2, and 3. I got Floyd, Caroline, and...
Oh, Dick's got in the water again.
Poor Dick.
In the water.
He's there.
There we go.
And Clementine.
Oh no.
There you go. All right, so you come into this space, this sort of still space, if you will. Standing before you is the largest sort of giant eucalypt that you've ever seen. It's one of those swamp gums. It's surrounded by pools of water, but it's lifting up and about. And it looks like multiple trees have sort of grown together into this giant edifice. You can see there's a part, even as you walk in, you can see that one of the biggest branches, and it was obviously recently there, has fallen off the tree and you can see sort of the blood red sap of the tree sort of having healed over where that branch came down. The branch itself is on the ground, and an oddly carved or an odd chunk of it is missing.
Right.
Gotcha.
And in your heads, all of you hear this quiet but old voice. Hello, little things. Now,
Hello.
just to say this for your sake, Clementine, this does not sound like the thing that was in your head last night. Oh my god, very clear.
No, it sure doesn't.
No.
Okay, so can I use my veil lifter cipher now?
Oh, you can do whatever you want. I don't know what it does though, so that's on you.
Okay.
I did say to my companions, does everybody else hear this voice in their head?
Hello,
Yeah.
tree.
I did.
Are you the tree talking?
Yeah. So
Okay, all right, it's not just me.
can I just read out my cipher so then we'll know what's going to happen? So I've got like this little bottle I need to just go off and hide. And then I can thin the veil between the worlds within long range for 10 minutes per cipher level.
Yeah.
And you can see all items and creatures that normally can't be perceived or seen, and you gain an asset in interacting with them.
Okay. Well, yep, you can do that. I know exactly what that's going to look like.
All right.
Do you want to make I assume it's a D6 plus something for level?
It just says level is 1d6, so I'm just going to roll a
Just roll a
d6.
D6, please. Tell me what level you get.
Oh, okay, and go.
And
3.
this is specifically you. You can see, not everyone, right? It's just affecting you.
Yeah, just me.
Okay. All right. So you can hear this voice say, and then you quickly secret this bottle or something. You can, because you've done this, where the tree is, at the bottom of the tree. Oh, sorry, no. Hold on. Let me get this right. In the heart of the sort of mess of trees, you can see this little form, this little glowing orb in the center of all of where all these trees have grown around and wrapped around it. It's like and it's like a little spider or centipede or something. Like it's a little arthropod of some description, but it's glowing with all this green energy, right? Like you can see it's part of the green. Then as your gaze drifts to the bottom of the tree, as you scan the tree, you can see woven into the root system of the tree is this giant, writhing, red, hot centipede. It's like or centipede-like thing. It's like it's moving in amongst the roots of the tree, trying to find its way out through the roots, but wherever it goes, it's blocked by roots that jam down. Like it seems like it's been doing this dance with these roots forever, and it's not moving through the soil. It's not making tunnels. It's like a form of energy in this shape, and it's got heat and anger, and it's humongous. It's like as big as the root system of the tree. It's like, and it's writhing
Is it like
down
that
there.
the root system is a cage around it?
Yes, it's exactly like that. And you can see that little green form, that little green little creature in the middle or whatever it is, that the energy that it's generating is kind of feeding down through the root system and through the trees and spreading out across the ground in thin green lines that drift out. But you can also see every now and then a sort of jagged sort of shot of red kind of comes out between the roots. Like the thing can't get out, but some of its voice, some of its sense does. And you can see that sort of running like lightning through the soil. And in particular, you can see that it is grounding on you.
Yeah.
And you can, and every time you see that little jagged and every time you see that little jagged blast of energy or that little jagged movement of lightning, you feel that skittering, that clawing at the back of your neck kind of move again.
Yeah. So it's the giant red energy centipede that was talking to me last night. And then there's this little green centipede that is the little sister. Was that what they called it? The little sibling.
I think they just called it the little thing. Little cousin.
The little thing.
They did call it cousin.
Little cousin.
They did call
little
it cousin.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to step to the front and put my arms out and say, hold, everybody just stay back. I need to deal with this. There's big magic afoot here. Alright, so I'm gonna just squat down or kneel down to address this little green centipede energy that's there.
Hello.
I see you there. Can you tell me who you are?
I don't have a name that you would know. I am just the Guardian. I have been it for so long. I've been here for so long. And you can all hear this, by the way. Everyone can hear. It's not just talking to.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Talking to everyone.
I see.
Yes. Oh, by the way, you dragged the Lutheir with you, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we totally did.
I just remembered that. Whoops. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He was kind of coming along in our saddlebags.
No. Even if it's very late. And you therefore also have the violin with you.
Well, we always brought the violin with us.
Yeah.
Okay, good to remember. Note to self.
Yeah.
You have both the violin and the person who didn't keep his word. So I will just remind you of that now, because that seems important to this conversation.
Right. So remind me what the deal was with this guy. So he said he was going to come back?
Yes. And try and help it get free. Yeah.
Okay. And it gave him the wood?
Yes, to help him find his way out.
And then he used that in the violin?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Ooh, little guardian.
Yes, that is I.
Come back to you with this man that you aided.
Yes.
In the swamp.
Yes, but he lied. Didn't he? He said he would help me. He would come back and he would help me find a way to stop doing this. He said he would free me. He would find a way to give me freedom from this guardianship, to give me a chance to return to the small thing that I was. And then he lied.
Well, yes, I think he did, and he did something more than lie as well.
Yes.
He did something that caused great harm to many, many people in our town.
Yes, he did. He took the wood that I had cursed, that would only have affected him, and then he made it so that everyone would hear the sound of my anger. So I wonder, what will you do?
Oh, I don't know, but I hope you can explain to me what's happening. Last night, in my dreams, a voice came to me, and I believe
Okay,
it is
as
the
you go to
voice
say that, you need to make an intellect defense roll for me, please.
intellect defense. Okay, how do I do that?
You roll your... If you have the skill intellect defense, you roll that.
No.
If you don't have it, you roll an intellect roll. You may wish to spend effort.
Heck yes. How many levels can I spend?
You
Too
can only
many levels.
spend one.
One. Alrighty, well, I'm doing that. Anyway, 1 level and roll. Oh, for God's sake! It was on 18!
Okay, you stop talking. As the little claws that are in the back of your head go, no, that wasn't our agreement. You are here to say yes.
No, I said I would do my best, and my best means finding all the information.
No,
I like to research
you are here to say yes. Say it or suffer.
I said I would do my best.
Okay, intellect defense.
Yeah. Okay. And we're going to do 1 level of that, and come on, be good this time. Roll me a good
1!
Oh no!
Alright, you are no longer under control of yourself.
Oh. Are they under the control of the centipede?
Well, the rest of you don't know.
Yeah.
Alright.
What's
Roll
centipede?
that
I don't know what
one.
centipede.
You want to be free.
You hear Clementine nod in agreement when it makes this request. Now, you then see Clementine sort of shake and spread her arms out and move them in this kind of really awkward movement, like she's stretching for the first time in a long time. Like she's moving her arms in a way that suggests they don't quite fit.
I bet they don't. We're used to having hundreds, and they've got 2.
Can I get an intellect or understand magic roll if you have understand magic, please?
She's suddenly
Understand
walking like you
magic.
become drunk.
I've never seen her do that before.
You can spend a round of effort.
Yes, and you to spend effort you do eased by no, what is it? Eased by 1. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, effort to ease
Oh,
task. Effort to ease task by 1.
Okay, there it is. Effort to ease task, 1 level. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's a
Okay.
success.
Yep. So you know, or you suspect at least, there's something very odd going on with Clementine right now. Like you can see it. You don't know quite what to make of it, but you can see that she's not quite herself at the moment. Could be possessed. By the way, everyone else could make an intellect roll. It was just easier with understand magic.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and make an.
And actually, Rob, don't roll. You get a free level of ease.
Oh, okay. Well, I made the roll anyway.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you legitimately know your wife. So yeah, there's something weird going on there.
That's not my wife.
That's not my wife. That's some horrible
Never
monster.
had that flexibility
Yeah.
before.
She has way less legs than that. I've counted them before.
Yes. And then you see, so you all realise this when Clementine sort of twists her body and moves her arms around, and then she goes, "Oh, we could free you. It wouldn't be very hard. We could free you right now if you want, little thing."
Excuse me. Mm, excuse me. Who are you?
It looks up into the sky for a moment as if it's sorting through something and goes, "I'm Clementine."
Your fingers aren't meant for walking, Clementine.
Those fingers aren't meant for walking. Nice Nancy Sinatra call out there. Extra points. Okay.
Non-PC for the time of our time, but it's perfectly valid back there. I go up and I slap her on the cheek.
Right. Snap out of it, woman!
What are you doing, woman? Clementine!
All right, Clementine, you can make another intellect defense roll.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, actually, sorry, I do need to increase the difficulty before you roll. My apologies, but it does need to go up.
If the magic went too far and you started talking to yourself, I was to slap you. That was the deal.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Oh my God. I think you can spend an XP, actually. Hold on. I think you can spend an XP. That gives you your intrusions. You can spend an XP for one of 3 intrusions. What are yours? Let's have a quick squiz, because I don't think I put them on your sheet. Or maybe I have. I don't know. Anyway, let me have a look. Now, you are a sage. Character types. Protector. Yep. You might have a defensive ability. Sudden vision, nearby presence, magical surge.
Magical surge.
Well, yeah, I could use my sudden vision because that does. A flash of insight provides you with a clear answer or suggests a course of action with regard to an urgent question, problem, or obstacle you're facing.
Yeah, I would actually I'd go for nearby presence personally, considering what it says right at the end of nearby presence.
It can protect you for a few rounds. Yeah, right. I'll do that.
All right, so you can spend an XP. You still took the intellect damage, obviously. And you can basically, what you can do is you can actually ask the little guy in the tree to help you. Like you're a servant of the green by inclination. Yeah. So you can spend an XP and get a bit of extra love. Nice.
Right. I think that worked. Yeah, it did.
It's not dice rolling. You can just spend the XP and get it. So, all right. So you basically help me.
Help me.
And the little green thing says, "No. Oh, so tricky. So tricky." And you feel it's like this green energy come and sort of slice the red line that was connecting you to the thing under the ground. For just a little while, you should not have been so willing to agree to its request. But it is my role, it is my job. He will be angry, though, I fear that you will pay a price at some point for this moment.
I think, well, I'm just, he offered me ancient knowledge and I was tempted.
Yes, and he does know many things. But you wouldn't want to know the things that it knows. You
Oh.
wouldn't be yourself anymore. You would be something else. Something old.
Thank you for cutting that connection and releasing me.
That's okay. Now, where were we? You were going to tell me how you were going to make right what this man did not.
Well, we need to understand what is being asked here. Yeah. You want to be freed from the responsibility of guarding that ancient creature under the tree.
Yes.
But if you do not guard it, what will happen?
Well, that's the challenge that you all could help me with. I don't know. I don't want it to escape. That's why I agreed in the first place. But I don't want this job anymore. I don't want to be this thing anymore. I want to move through the mud, quiet and alone, and pass from this life. I just want to be what I was. A little thing, ignored, forgotten, in the corner of your eye. I know that I will die, and I treasure that thought. I have done this for longer than your kind have walked this earth, and I no longer wish to do it.
So, if we were to help find another creature to take your place, could you transfer your guardianship to that creature instead?
Yes. Would you... It might be possible. It happened once, it could happen again. You would have to find something willing to be this thing that I am. You would have to learn the things that you need to learn to place it in the place that I am. You would need to do that in a way or quickly, because the thing that I hold would seek to free itself in that moment. But yes, that would be much preferred. And you feel like all of you might be the sorts of things, the sorts of people who might be separate from the rest of your kind. So perhaps you know these things. Perhaps you know people who might know these things. Perhaps you could find people who know these things.
I'm looking at the Tinkerer and saying, so what's your future like? Where are you going from here?
We've got just the guy. He's the Luthier. No, as much as I would find some humour in him taking my place, he is not interested in doing it. No, he does not want it. You would have to willingly take it. It would have to be a gift you give, not something we steal, or it will not last the years. So it would have to be given freely.
Would it
Yes.
need to be the same kind of creature as you, because you are the same kind of creature as what is beneath the tree?
I was what was here when we decided to do this. Now there are things that are not me here who could do this thing. I know it would just be something able to make the choice and willing to do so. But it would also require things that you would need to learn, which you would have to find someone to teach you. But you could do that. I have been here for a very long time. I can wait perhaps a little while longer if that is what you think I should do.
If you could wait long enough for us to learn what we need to learn,
And
it does seem very important to keep the creature below under guard. Wow. It was a little scary at the beginning.
yes,
Yeah, okay. But what about the people in our town who have been cursed by the wood from the tree? How can we help them?
well, if you promise, all of you, if you swear, all of you, if you mean it, all of you, then I can undo that which was done. You would need to go back and play again. But when the music sounds from the undone thing, it would recover them. But I would need all of you to say that you will do this thing. You will find this thing. You will learn these words. You will come back and free me from this place.
I will swear. Do we need the peddler to swear as well? He already broke his word.
His word
I
is
don't think
no
we can trust
value.
him.
Exactly. His word. I do not care to engage in his word. I would trust you all to say the words. Although your spokesperson, the one that talks, has a thing in its mind that might not want you to do all the things that we have said. But that is a thing for you to deal with at some point.
All right.
You should be careful when you sleep. It will come in your dreams.
I will be careful.
So, are you all happy to swear?
I suppose so.
Yes.
If that's what must be done.
I just go along
Wait.
with whatever Clementine says. She's the magical person.
What about that guy? We forgot about the guy we brought with us.
The
Yeah, no, we've
Luthier.
dealt with
Oh,
him.
he's there.
What's he doing?
He's
Forgot
hiding
about
behind all
him.
of you. He's hiding behind all of you. He's very sensibly said nothing so far.
I'll say.
He's not popular with the tree.
So what are we getting out of making this deal with this tree?
Well, you'll get your use of your legs back.
No, he'll get to go back from being white-haired to being brown.
Oh, white haired, sorry.
So
Somebody's
all the
gonna get
aging
used to
effects
the
that affected our town will be reversed when we play the violin next.
Okay, that's sounds good. And what are we gonna lose from this transaction?
Well, we're going to have to do some work to learn the magics required to transfer this guardianship to another creature. But we do not want to let the creature imprisoned beneath the tree free, because it's a bit terrifying.
So this also means we have to find a willing creature to take on the guardianship as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We
We're
might
trying to
go
really
now from those local natives.
and learn how to do this.
Well, they'd know something about it.
Yep.
So yes, I agree if Clementine agrees. It's just how this arrangement works.
Nice.
All right, so are you all agreeing?
Yes, I believe
Yes,
so.
I believe that does seem to be it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There's a short sigh and a little moment, and you all feel like you've literally just committed to something, and you can feel it sort of take you at your word. And
All the native wildlife goes deadly silent. The crickets, the the frogs, everything goes still.
that's right. And there's
So,
and then there's this dead silence, and you feel these words "done" and "done" echo through your minds. And you feel like you've just made a very serious decision. And Clementine, in the back of your head, you feel "and done" from another voice.
Yeah.
lovely.
Yep. I'm gonna pay for being tempted.
Oh, yeah.
Well, says the tree, or the thing inside the tree. Thank you. Now you may go, I guess. You want to leave?
Yes. Well, it seems like we have. Oh, do you need to do the thing to the violin wood? What do we need to do to that?
Nothing. It's done.
Nothing. It's done. Okay. Then we have a lot to get on with, so we should probably go back.
You should. All of you may leave.
Thank you. We will begin working on what we just agreed to.
Okay, so you all... So the clearing parts out, and that giant swamp that you were struggling to get through, you can see a clear path straight to Gormanstor. It's just over the bridge sort of thing.
Okay. So just like a little walk that way.
And all of you are sort of, walking across this little land bridge thing that's kind of risen up. Like you found yourself suddenly walking along this sandbank that kind of takes you out of the swamp. When suddenly behind you, you hear and a collapse sound. And you go, and you hear this voice go, no, I meant to keep my promise. I meant to keep my promise. Please don't take me. And as you all turn, you see the Luthier you see all these green vines and wood closing around him and rising up around him. And you see him looking at you with these pleading eyes as the trees and the bushes gather up around him and pull him slowly away from you. Do any of you do anything?
I think he probably had it coming.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But the Christian thing is to help him.
Seems like
Yeah, I'm not a Christian,
I
am I?
try and pull him back.
You're trying to pull. Wait, you are trying to pull him back?
Yeah.
But
Seriously.
we made a deal with the devil. You could grab him. Sure, grab him. Grab his legs.
Well, it's his arms, probably. His legs
His
are
arms.
voluntarily
Yeah,
reaching
he's
out.
getting dragged by the legs, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rip his arm off.
Come on, man. Grab hold. Grab hold.
All right. Can I get might rolls, please, at a difficulty of 7?
Sure, why not?
Wow.
Actually, hold on. I've put the difficulty at 7. Nope.
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 I
All right.
tried.
No, she didn't put any effort into that one there.
Wow. You get a mic.
Well, you know, it's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts.
Exactly.
All right, so you try and drag him out, but you can't, and he's like begging and pleading as the tree. Or, well, it's not the tree,
I got a
obviously.
fail. Holy, what's the 19? I failed.
Yes.
Not my data.
Yeah, because you had to get 21.
Because you had to get 21, you had to spend effort to get him, to free him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
No natural 20 rolls here.
No natural 20s. That's correct. There's a moment of pleading eye, and then he's dragged back, and all of you hear in your minds, "Do not mistake me for kind, because I am not that thing that I guard." And that's
Fair
the
enough.
last you see of the Lutheir as he's dragged back into the green, screaming for help and assistance. Gone in a moment.
Right.
So, better keep our word then.
You've got so many words to keep.
Yeah.
Alright, so you go back into town, and what do you do? You've got the violin. You do know the violin musician who was playing, who was not affected by the violin when they were playing it, if you may not recall, but they were actually not affected.
Correct.
So, well, first things first, we have to go and get cleaned up so we can actually go visiting, because you can't go visiting people covered in swamp water.
Not these people,
No, that would be
no.
ridiculous.
No. So we're gonna go clean up at home, and then, dress nice.
Do you want to try and swap the violins over again?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We swapped the violins around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then how are we going to get everyone in the town back together to listen to the violin music again?
Okay. That sounds like you need to go out and talk to people. Who's good at who's got more of a social story? Oh, Caroline Brown.
Yeah.
Well, I heard.
I heard a rumor.
Such an awful thing has happened to everyone, and we decided as a way to kind of lift people's spirits and make everyone feel a bit more whole again after that harrowing experience. We're going to all get together and all talk and listen to some music. But don't worry, this music is good, I promise.
All right, so you are going to use persuasion. By the way, I should point out, you actually had the ability to force spirits to answer questions.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, probably would have been useful at some point.
So,
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Anyway, just mentioning it in case,
Oh, well.
future reference.
Yeah, maybe next time we come across any. All right, well, I'm gonna persuade the town people for now.
Okay, I'm going to lower the difficulty from 7. Give me a moment to do that. Put it back down to 4. All right.
Okay,
Do you want
I
to
am
spend?
easing.
Yeah,
Yep.
easing. Yeah, good.
I'm easing. I'm rolling.
And you're failing.
I rolled a 4, so yeah. No, I promise it's good music this time.
All right.
Nothing bad will happen.
They are rejecting you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the thing is, you've just got to get them all in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
You know that I can play the violin as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get them in one spot and I've got the violin and I can play it, then I will play it when people are present in the one spot. It's just how do we get them all in the one spot?
Well, my plan of inviting people to come and listen to music did fail. So
Yeah.
But that was a formal invitation and things. We may need to do something more impromptu.
I don't think the town would ever want to come together and listen to music again.
No, they
No,
won't.
probably not.
Wait, what day is
Or
it?
do we
What
just
day
need
is it?
to
We can
like
go to church?
walk around
gee.
the town, playing the violin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. I can wear my elegant scarf while I do so to add a bit of sophistication.
Yeah.
What if they shoot you? There's some old man, trembling hands, loading a rifle. Which is bad.
Walk the other way.
Okay. Well, you'll need to play the violin. So that's perform, is it not?
It is perform.
Which you have, as you rightly pointed out, as trained. Now, you can get... The good news is, I'm going to increase the difficulty, but the good news is you've got the asset of the violin. So that's 1 level for asset.
So
one level for being trained. And you can always spend an effort.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll do that as well. So that brings it up to 2 levels there, and an asset. And okay, are we ready for this, guys?
So you're going around playing the music, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If it's looking like things are getting a bit
Is anyone
edgy,
helping? Is anyone doing anything to assist, or is he just literally going around playing?
So we'd all walk. Someone should be saying, "Don't be alarmed. We're trying to break the curse. We're not trying to take more years from you."
So you
Well, I think actually once people hear the music and see that they are starting to go back to how they were, then more and more people will come out anyway.
Yes, but my question was anyone doing anything to persuade people to do it more readily?
so are you going to say, "Hey, free kegger" in the middle of the place, or announce the news from out of town, etc.?
You could use your like the persuade person could have another go at persuade. Could add a level of assistance with their persuade skill, for instance.
All right, Caroline.
Yeah. I was just reading through my abilities. Yeah, I am going to Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try and kind of call, like, knock on people's doors now and call out and say, come see what's happening. Yeah.
All right, so that'll add a level of assistance rather than an extra roll, but that's fine. All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
another level of assistance, Rob. You should be able to smash this. You've knocked it down. Actually, how many levels have you got in total now?
So easing past them 3 levels, and then I've got 1 asset.
Yeah, because training is 1, but you get that for free if you hit perform, so you don't need to do easing for that, by the way, just to make the point. That comes with the training.
Okay.
And then you've got effort, asset, artifact. So that knocks it down by, effort, access to artifact. Yeah, so it's only difficulty 1. It should be by the time you roll.
Yep.
Make a roll.
Oh, it's not letting me do it. 2 levels of it. Too many levels of effort, it says.
Yes, but you've only got effort 1.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You can only have 1 level of effort at this point.
So I've got asset 1. I've got level of effort.
Yep.
That.
And
All
you've got assistance. You've got like a free 1 as well.
Okay, where do I apply the assistance then?
Good question. Hold on.
Additional modifiers. Eased by?
Effort. Sorry. Just put it in as an extra asset. Just make it asset 2 as opposed to
I've
asset
just
1.
put it as additional modifiers eased by 1.
Sure.
Because there's also a hindered by 1. So if somebody's working,
someone's trying to stop you. Yeah, correct.
All right. Cool. Let's go. Here we go.
16. Rolled it in.
Yes.
Oh, the difficulty was 0 by the time you were done. All right, no, so you actually didn't need to roll. You couldn't fail. If you roll, one thing is if you get difficulty to 0, you don't actually have to roll. It's an automatic success. Didn't know it was difficulty 0, but good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, exactly. Okay, so at the end of your dance around town, you have actually broken the curse on all of the people, including yourselves, by the way. Just, as a positive.
I can actually. It's quite good that I'm doing this because the music's probably quite muted, and then as it takes effect, my hearing provides more clarity.
Yeah.
Because that'd
be odd.
I know.
Like your ears just unplugged from the airplane or something.
It's working.
That's this one that we were thinking of. Okay, so at the end of the day, you have indeed played the music around the town, playing the violin as you go. There's something really noisy going on.
Yeah, what is that on the
background noise. All right, and you have freed the people of the town from the curse.
We become folk legend.
Yes.
Write a song about us.
You become a bit of a legend. But you've also, almost all of you, that is, and certainly one of you, have now sworn and committed to certain promises to certain powerful beings in the nearby town. And in one case, you've sworn 2 promises, 1 to each of them. So, excellent and well done. Now, the good news is each of you gets 4 experience points. 2 points for breaking the curse and 2 points for making it out alive.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yay!
And in the way the system works is, you see how you've got the 4 checkboxes underneath the I'm Clarence Beaver, I'm graceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can spend 4 XP to gain either +4 to stat pool, +1 to effort, +1 to edge, improve a skill by something, or buy some other ability. So you can buy an ability.
Okay.
So you can get 4 to stat pools, which means you can literally bolster some of your stat pools.
So is that adding 4 4 to each stat pool?
No, it's
Or
plus 4. As
distributed?
in you get distributed. You get
Okay.
to distribute.
Yep.
Sorry, my apologies. Right language.
That's cool. Clarifying.
Or you increase the amount of effort you can expend. So your effort can go to 2 in this case, which means you can buy 2 levels of effort, not 1, when you do something. You can buy +1 to edge, and edge is applied to any one of your pools and reduces the immediate cost of buying effort. So currently, if you do, and I'm just picking on Clarence because I've got him open, you've got an edge of 1. So when you buy, edge of 1 applied to might. So when you burn points from your might pool, it's only 2 points, not 3, because you've got an edge of 1. If that was edge 2, your first effort expenditure would be a 1, not a 2. It would actually be reduced by an additional 1, down to 1 point. That applies to the total spend. So when you get the ability to buy 2 levels of effort, that 2 is deducted from your total spend. Good news is the second level and the third levels of effort and so forth and so on are only 2 points, not 3. So it kind of is pretty good. It's a pretty good buy. But you can apply edge to any pool. So you can have an edge of 1 and you can apply it to either, in the case of Clarence, who only has it applied to might at the moment, you could put that 1 point against speed or that 1 point against intellect. Completely up to you. And then you can have a skill. So you can move a skill from trained to specialised or from practice to trained. Or you can buy a new skill if you want. And then finally, the other... and I'm just going to triple check this, but I think it's you can buy a new ability for your... there it is. Skills. You become trained in one skill of your choice. Other options. To purchase other special options in lieu of gaining a new skill. Selecting one of these options. You could reduce the cost of wearing armour. Select a new ability from your type. Add 2 to your recovery rolls. So your recovery rolls go from D6 plus 1 to D6 plus 3. So when you roll that dice to recover, you would get a D6 plus 3 as opposed to a D6 plus 1. And to go up a level or to go up what do they call them in here? Tiers? What do they call it?
Yeah.
Tier.
You have to have ticked all of those boxes.
Right.
So you move to tier 2 when you've ticked all of those boxes and they all reset to empty.
Gotcha. You said it was 4 XP to get any of those, right?
Yeah, it costs you 4 XP to buy any one of those things.
Gotcha.
Right.
I mean, just happen to get 4. Lovely.
Yeah.
I think I'll go for the +4 to stat pools.
Yep, and then you can increase your maximum pools. You can
By
spend those
4.
Well, you spend those 4 points however you want. You spread it. So you get 4 points to spend on pools.
Yeah.
Not 4 increase on 3 pools, just to be clear.
I'm getting +1 effort.
That's what I've done as well. And then what, do we have to deduct that manually from our XP total?
Yes.
Okay. So back down to 1.
I haven't decided.
Right.
Yeah, the effort one is pretty attractive actually. Because it can really move the needle, as you can see in the way the game operates. That ability to burn an extra point of effort, particularly on the more complicated tasks, could actually have a really big impact. So, yeah, so it'd be good for everyone to spend their 4 points just to see how that works. If you want to, have I got it in there at the moment?
Now
I do. I've got the PDF in there. I'll just make sure you can see it. Hold on. Configure ownership. I will make you all... Yeah, I'll just make you owners. It's easier. All right. So you should now be able to go to the journal tab and you'll be able to see the Old Gods rules, which are actually in there. You can, if you want to look at abilities, for instance, you can actually go and have a look at abilities.
Alright.
Awesome.
You can only buy the abilities for your character type though, not for. I don't think you can. I think you. Oh no, because the abilities that go with what you are, you only get one per level, so that's fine, and you get that for free.
Oh, all right. All right.
So it's the protector abilities that we're talking about, and just the first tier ones. For instance, if you're a protector, or the first tier ones for a speaker, or the first tier ones for. Anyway, but all good. But I think.
Okay, cool.
So we had. So, what did you take, Brandon? What did Floyd do?
Oh, he's muted.
Floyd.
Sorry, I've been here. I just muted it because
No,
I'm
you're
doing a lot of background noise. Well, some of the abilities take XP to use, right? So I might just hold on to some for a little bit. That's what I was thinking. Because I either have to spend all 4, right?
Yeah,
Or...
but I would spend the 4. You'll get more XP through intrusions.
Oh, okay. So you said... So I guess I would... Yeah, I guess I'd do the edge one. So does that just give my rolls a better chance?
No, it reduces the cost of buying an improvement.
Okay. Where do you see the improvement to be bought at?
So when you use effort to reduce the difficulty of the roll, it costs you 3 points for your first level of effort and 2 points for every additional level. If you're rolling against a stat that has an edge, then it's only it's reduced by the cost of that cost is reduced by edge. So if it's normally 3 points, It goes down to 2 if you've got edge 1. It goes down to 1 if you've got edge 2. I will just say, as much as some people have already identified, effort is actually probably the best first buy to start with. Because it gives you the ability to fundamentally manipulate your likelihood of success, and that matters the most.
Yeah. So I just found if you take the +1 to effort, you actually still have to go and manually increase your effort to 2 up on the right hand side. It doesn't automatically work that out.
Yeah.
Oh, I see effort up here.
Oh,
okay.
I think that's going to be the way to go.
So you spend 4 points and then you get 2 effort?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that then.
And then you don't get that annoying message saying, you can't spend that many levels of effort.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So on that note, you have. Oh, hold on. I was kicking around with that. That's why. Did I just kill Discord?
No.
No.
Okay. Why can't I see it? Super weird. All right. Anyway. All right. So that's probably the end of the session, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Because there's another module. There's another module to run. But probably makes sense to sort of stop it there. What did you think?
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Think I'm in trouble.
So much trouble. So much trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
So much.
Girls at that.
Yes, I did.
Well, I'm glad the old-fashioned way of slapping her got her out of it.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Saved her. Woke her up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's right.
wasn't that little green dude at all.
Oh, well, we had no idea about the green dude helping you.
No.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I just did what I was told. Said
Exactly. She told me if
Yeah.
ever she's looking like she's not herself, I was to slap her.
yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And it worked.
It worked. It totally worked. Yeah.
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 She's a wise woman. Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh.
No, it was good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love the
Yeah.
I love the setting, and I think the system's really interesting. Kind of a
It's very. I think it's
opposite
very,
way of approaching things than most systems, but it makes sense.
Yeah. I think the rolling over the target number is interesting.
Yeah.
And I've actually decided that I like the whole difficulty number turns into the target number kind of framework. I do get what they mean by not tweaking, like, because the whole logic of that is that we're not tweaking by 1, we're moving it by 3. So it actually has a really so it's a quite significant impact on the likelihood of success.
Yeah,
to move
it's
something.
every single thing's like a 15% increase every time.
So that I get that, and I also like the setting. I think I like the fact that sort of it's a kind of Cthulhu-esque universe, but you're actually meant to talk to the bad things.
Yeah.
Like Cthulhu isn't something you communicate with in Cthulhu. You don't communicate with the old gods. Do you know what I mean? Like any of them, you don't communicate with them. You have to be insane to communicate with them.
Well, yeah. You could try. It wouldn't be smart. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the point, right? Is that you would become mad and actually turn into an NPC the moment you do it. Whereas in this game, and what I like about it is that very real possibility that you're going to end up talking to the monster and making bargains with it. And actually the main, for want of better language anyway, one of the most important characters in the podcast is actually had made a deal with the really bad thing but serves the green at the same time. Because people make bargains with bad things, right?
Yeah. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. No, it's really good.
Actually, your ancient knowledge does sound quite attractive.
Yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Sign me up here. How can I get more of that?
Live today and worry about it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, really nice. I like it. Anyway, my plan was so I'm on leave in a fortnight, and I was thinking I might run this, but I also will probably set up, and I have kind of set up a separate session to run during the day, where I might, for at least some people, anyone who's interested, I wouldn't mind having a go at running my Crusader State game and just testing the rules. But that's a separate thing.
Oh.
What I thought I'd do is I'd run the next scenario is probably just another 2-session sort of thing, which will bring us around to sort of mid-Jan, and then we can go back to the One Ring.